Just got back from watching Avatar 2, The Way of Water, and I've got some thoughts about it. This is going to be a spoiler-free, quick reaction. We're going to get into it right now on the Sundowners Club. So welcome. I'm your host, Sean. My co-host to my right, Starling. What's going on, bud?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good. So you have not seen Avatar 2 yet.
I have not.
And I have. So
I think I'm gonna go this weekend, probably Friday or Saturday.
yeah, it's what I would say is I watched it in IMAX 3D. I would highly recommend watching it in IMAX 3D. The 3D part, I wasn't excited about going in and wearing the glasses. You know, they gave us a package glasses, so nobody else had worn the glasses before,
Right.
which was fine. I do think that there's some great 3D scenes in it. I won't go into detail about too much other than there's a few shots when someone is looking out a window towards the planet and the moon. There's obviously the underwater shots are really great. But, do you have to have watched it in 3D to really enjoy this movie? No, but it enhances it. But I didn't have I remember back in 2009 going and seeing Avatar in 3D and was like, wow, boom, just
You didn't think it was significantly more impressive than the first one?
the 3D itself was a little bit,
Right.
but not to the point where I was jumping out of my seat. I think that what was different about this movie was the story of a family, the father, the patriarch of the family, trying to protect them at all costs. You don't see that very much in movies
Some
now.
critics didn't like that.
To me, I had one of my two sons with me, and it was that part was powerful, and you lose yourself in the fact that these are aliens, they're creatures, they're blue, because they're obviously speaking to each other as a father to a son, as a mother to a daughter, as a husband to a wife, and so that is very, very well done. And the essence of the movie is, we've seen the force of Pandora before, and we see a little bit of that in the beginning of the movie. Pretty quickly, relatively quickly into the movie, they end up having to move to protect the family and find refuge in one of the island clans that is a water. They're a water clan. And so they're obviously their hands are crafted a little differently. They have thicker tails, and they spend a lot of time in the water, and so it introduces us to more of Pandora, which is really, really cool.
So you're seeing like different tribes, like different.
Oh yeah, the
versions.
tribes.
Wow.
I said clan, the tribe. Yeah, don't have me say the name of the tribe because I'll mispronounce it. But so just came back from seeing the movie, but Katayima tribe or something like that. But it's really well done, and they get there, and obviously what's happening is Earth is dying. So you've got people from Earth, the military industrial groups are they're showing back up to try to, because they have to use Pandora to resettle who's going to be left of Earth on Earth, and so that's what's going on, and they want to take out Jake Sully. They know that last time he basically formed an army and they wiped him out. And so Jake Sully's the enemy. They want to take him out, and they bring back in the Colonel, who is played by Stephen Lang from the first movie. But that happens very early in the movie, so that's the dilemma.
I didn't know he was in it. That's pretty cool.
They're coming to get Jake Sully at all costs, and he goes to this water planet or this water tribe, and it's really well done. I will say that a couple of things that jumped out at me that I didn't like. It was too long. I mean, I really liked the movie. I recommend people go see it.
The first one was long.
It was too long. Cut 30 minutes out of it, and it would have been perfect. And I think it's going to impact the box office because over 3 hours and needing to see it in IMAX 3D, to really get the full experience, people are going to wait to go see it, and then they may have other things come up and not see it at all.
I think it's underperforming, isn't it?
I think that's because of the limited showings based on the length of the movie and people saying, you know what, I'm not going to go see this in a regular theater. I'm being told I need to see it in IMAX, and I agree with that. I think this movie is it's way more expansive when you see it in an IMAX theater, and the 3D part of it is enjoyable to watch. I mean, there's some amazing scenes in it.
I think one disadvantage it has is the first one when it came out. I mean, it was this 3D spectacle. It was like it pioneered kind of that. It was the first
I don't
movie
know
to
how
really
much
do it
people
right.
are really into 3D anymore.
Well, the first one, I mean, when it came out, people were buying 3D TVs and everything. There was a phase.
They don't even make those anymore.
No, they don't.
And think about this: kids that are growing up now, they're playing VR.
Yeah.
So they have the VR headsets where it's totally immersive.
Yeah.
And these are glasses.
Right.
So you have kids going, this is not that impressive.
Yeah, it doesn't have that technological showcase that the first one was.
Right. So I think that will limit it a little bit. And then the length of the movie is going to limit it. And I think that there's two things going on. We have people in some parts of the world that didn't go back to the theater after COVID, so they're doing other activities. Then you have parts of the world where we're having a resurgence of COVID cases where like China, where it's going to have major impact on the box office. So I think all those things are working against it.
At least it's opening in China.
It is.
A lot of movies haven't.
So it's a good movie, and there's a couple things from a spoiler standpoint that I did not like. That were silly. There was one or two times where I thought and people that watch it will know probably exactly what I'm talking about. Where I thought, well, that's just the silliest thing I've ever seen. But the characters are well done. The kids, the sons, the daughters. There's something around Sigourney Weaver's character from the first movie that's woven into this movie, which was one of my favorite things about the movie. And so I liked it. I liked the story about a family. I thought that was a much stronger story than the first movie. And I thought they ended it where you kind of get an idea of where the third one's going to go. So there's some definite paths for them to take the next story. It's not done.
I think he said it needs to make what James Cameron said. It needs to make $2 billion to be considered a success.
It's not going to make $2 billion.
Yeah, so
that's not going to happen.
You know how that works with movies. If you have a plan and a movie flops, that plan can change real quick. So
you know what? If it beats Top Gun Maverick, that to me would be a success because that's $1.5 billion. I may have a hard time getting there, but
no, they said it needed to make $2 billion.
I think it will make over $1 billion, and I think it's gonna fall somewhere just short of Top Gun Maverick. It's gonna, Top Gun Maverick is the highest grossing movie of the year. We'll see if that happens. I mean, I think it's a good movie, but it's long. And it's got some things working against it in terms of the limited theater showings and the IMAX 3D. People may be hesitating, but I just wanted to. I don't want to get into too much of the spoilers. I'll wait till you see it, and then we'll kind of break down, the various parts of the movie in another video. But just want to give my initial thoughts. I do recommend it. If you have a chance to go out and see it, go check it out, and let us know what you think. Leave a like. Or in a comment below if you like what you heard today. Also, hit subscribe so that we can grow our channel and TCB.